6th of Class 6 Physics. We will continue with Chapter 5 Light. It is Part 4. In this video, we will discuss about the formation of shadow. When an opaque object is placed between light source and a screen, this board acts like a screen and tube light act like a light source and pen act like an opaque object. When an opaque object is placed between light and the screen, it blocks the light rays and dark the patch called shadow of the object that is formed on the screen. Principle of formation of shadow. We know light travels in straight line. The property we call it as rectilinear propagation of light. So, light travels in straight line, and if an opaque object block the way or path of light, a shadow will be formed. Second, three things are essential for the formation of shadow. Which are the three things? First of all, light source. What it is? Light source. Opaque object to block the way or path of light, and we need one screen on which shadow will form. So these three things are essential for the formation of shadow: light source, opaque object and screen. Characteristics of a shadow. Shadow is always dark patch regardless of the color of the object. This is because the patch does not receive any light. You can see the shadow of this pen. It means this patch does not receive any light. That's why it is black or dark patch. Second characteristics, it may or may not resemble the shape of the object. Shadow only shows the outline of the object and keep changing according to the angle of light falling. Then third characteristics, shadow is formed on the other side of object away from light. A shadow has two regions, umbra and penumbra. Central one called umbra, outer one called penumbra. Third characteristics or formation of shadow, that is umbra and penumbra. Shadow generally has two regions, umbra and penumbra. Umbra is the dark central dark region where no light fall at all, and penumbra is the outer partially dark region surrounding the umbra as some light fall on it. Kind of image formed on the screen depends on the type of light source, like a point source or an extended source. Now, what is point source? You can see this diagram. Point to source of light means that the rays of light from the source appear to come from a single point. For example, the stars in the sky are treated as the point source. Extended source of light means the rays of light from the source appear to come from many points. Frosted light bulb or fluorescent tube are example of extended light source. Size of shadow and formation of umbra and penumbra. The size of shadow and formation of umbra and penumbra depend on. Now we will discuss some point related to type of light source and size of shadow. Now we have taken a torch and covered the front part of the torch with the black paper and make a hole. When light comes from the torch, it falls on the opaque object, that is ball, bigger than the size of this light source, and we have a screen. And when light comes from the point source, umbra, uniformly dark region called umbra will form, which is larger than the size of the object. Now, extended source of light is smaller than the object, and we make the hole in the black paper little bit. We increase the size of this hole so that the light beam will come out more than the point source. Two distinct regions, umbra and penumbra, are formed. In this case, umbra is larger than the object. So you can see the diagram. Next point, that extended source of light, we will make a big hole in black paper so that the width of light beam is bigger than the object. Fainter shadow is formed with both umbra and penumbra. Umbra is smaller than the object and penumbra is bigger than the umbra. So in this way, depending upon the light source, umbra and penumbra will form. Now, difference between pinhole camera image and shadow. In case of pinhole camera, we know which sort of image will form? Colorful. Image gives the detail of the object. In case of pinhole camera, image is generally smaller than the object. Image has same shape as the object and is always inverted. That already we had discussed in previous video. Shadow. Shadow is always dark. Shadow does not give any detail of the object. Shadow can be smaller or bigger than the object. Shape of shadow varies depending on the orientation of the object and the type of the light source, which already we discussed today. In case of pinhole camera, you can see this diagram and all the points will be clear. Colorful image, proper outline and shape of the object, inverted image, and image generally smaller than the object. About eclipses already we discussed in previous video. Now we will continue with the test yourself. Dash is formed when an opaque object is placed in the path of light. That is, in dash we will fill shadow. Second, dash is the central dark region and dash are the outer region, light region of shadow. Umbra is the central dark region and penumbra is the outer light region of shadow. Third, lunar eclipse occur when dash comes in between sun and moon. In first dash earth and in second dash moon. In a point source of light, dark region of shadow is due to dash, that is due to umbra. For practice, you will do F part of book exercise yourself. Diagram based questions these are, so you will do yourself honestly.